Good evening, everybody. It's Steve with Real Progressives. I am going to talk tonight for tomorrow, where tomorrow I will be marching in Washington, D.C., 9 a.m. I'm hoping that you all can come out there and join us. Should be a nice crowd out there. We've got the promo up on the page. Brian Leon, nice guy from Activists United, was kind enough to get me into this, and I'm excited to take part. Again, this is tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., Washington, D.C., right outside the White House. Look for you. If you are in the Washmet region, by all means, come out there, join us. It's going to be a full day. We're going to be at the White House, then we're going to march to the mall, then we're going to have speakers, there's going to be music, and then there'll be an after party at the pub. Probably won't be there for that, but that's okay. Come on out there for the rough stuff. Anyway, so tonight, we're going to talk about being unequally yoked. You know that Christian term you see in the Bible about do not be unequally yoked? Well, tonight I'm going to talk about what that means in a progressive world, right? Tonight I'm going to talk about that in an economic world. Tonight I'm going to talk about that as an activist and building an organization world. Because if you don't share the same vision, no matter how much you want to unite, you're going nowhere. You can unite and stand still. You can unite and move backwards. You can unite and get nowhere fast. And what I'm telling you is this. Have you ever seen how hard it is to get anything done in this movement as it stands, even with people who are like-minded? People who are like-minded that want to do shit. Have you ever noticed how even with your own kind, it is almost impossible to get anything done? People are genuinely on various levels of commitment, various levels of willingness, various levels of understanding. And the worst part is everybody's not driven for success, right? Everybody's not driven to kick ass. Everybody's not driven to make a change. Some people just want to check the box and say, yeah, I did exactly what you told me. I checked in. I went to this. I took a picture. I wore 13 pieces of flair. Whatever it is, the bare minimum, they do it, and that's the end of it. Folks, I'm telling you right now, there's not going to be any point whatsoever in doing any form of activism if you're not really in it to win it. It's just a waste of energy. It sucks the life out of movements, and it literally does nothing but set you back. So where I'm going with this is this. If you've ever wanted to have a New Deal, or if you ever wanted transparent government, or if you ever wanted to make sure that your congressman, senator, governor, town crier, whatever the hell, is going to listen to you and do what you want, you cannot be surrounded by people that are easily distracted. You cannot be surrounded by people that don't take the mission as seriously as you do. Because the minute you end up being unequally yoked, the only thing that you're going to find out is that you have a lot of friction. You have a lot of friction and not a lot of action. Friction may smooth surfaces out, but it doesn't make progress when it comes to actually delivering and getting things done. I mean, everything can't be a debate. If everything's a debate, then you're not getting anywhere. At some point in time, like-minded people need to march forward and not let the haters block them, not let the haters get in their head, not let the haters push them out of being victorious and pushing for the change that they want and need. You get into a club, you get into a business, you get into anything, you're starting something. You want people who are showing up, putting the fucking uniform on, really, really committed to making whatever it is happen. They have a saying in AA that says half measures availed us nothing, right? When it comes to activism, it's the exact same thing. Half measures avail us nothing. And when you go into these things, if you've got people that do not show up when they say they'll show up, if you've got people that do not make calls when they say they'll make calls, if you've got people that actually sit there and fight with you when you call them out on commitments they've made but they fail to follow through on, you are going to waste your entire time, your entire life, your family's life, your kids' life, everybody's time. It is worthless. It's unuseful. It is unuseful to be around people that are not actively fighting for change. Now, if people want to be a student and they want to ask questions, there's nothing wrong with being a student and asking questions. But lead, follow, or get the fuck out of the way. You cannot be a cock block. You cannot block progress and be treated in the same way as someone that you're greeting with love and compassion, because what ends up happening every single time, we end up losing ground. We don't gain ground. We don't even gain a nickel of ground. We end up losing ground because then the energy you wasted trying to get somewhere is gone. It doesn't get rejuvenated. It's gone. Time is gone. Wasted. Your life wasted. Do not be unequally yoked when you try to meet up and try to create something special. Make sure the people that you're surrounded with are in it to win it. Because if you're not, you're going to spend your entire life chasing ghosts, chasing people that are not committed, chasing people to see, hey, are you coming on the call? Hey, will you be here? Hey, what's going on? Where's so-and-so? I can't find them. I mean, this stuff right here. Look at the Pete Peterson Foundation. Pete Peterson Foundation fixed the debt. These folks have millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. They've got committed, focused, bipartisan, tripartisan support that is literally able to dominate and just flood the airwaves with ads and you name it. They've got people in a moment's notice that can do these AstroTurf freaking marches. They've got people that are able to organize on the fly. Now, if you want to beat that, you got to be better than that. You can't show up here and there. You got to put the damn jersey on and go to war. You got to show up or it isn't going to happen. And worse yet, the people that are showing up are the enemy, the one that don't have your values. And they are going to take us down if we, as an organization, as a movement, do not literally say, what can I do to make this successful? If you're constantly thinking somebody else is taking care of something, you're failing. You're failing your team. You're failing the movement. You're failing. If you think, well, I don't need to communicate and somebody else is expected to communicate, but I don't have to communicate, you're failing the mission, you're failing your team, and the entire movement. Because it's us. There's nobody else. There's nobody else doing this. Do you understand? There's no one else doing it. The people that are doing it are not fighting to get you a New Deal. They're not fighting to end superdelegates. They're not fighting, literally, to save the environment. They're not fighting to get you Medicare for all, or free college, or eradicating student debt. No, they're fighting to fix the debt. They're fighting to cut federal spending. They're fighting for a balanced budget to destroy our lives. But they're committed to evil. They're committed to idiocy. And there we are, the people that are awake, that are sitting there playing video games and dicking around and playing around. I'm not joking. Just because you take a few days off doesn't mean they did. If you think they took the day off because you felt like playing video games, I got news for you. Sometimes you got to organize from the toilet with your phone in your hand. It can't always be perfect setting. You can't always have a perfect setting. Sometimes in between calls at work, you got to look at your phone. Sometimes at lunch, you got to look at your phone. Sometimes when you're driving down the road, you got to make a phone call. You can't just sit there and only in this little teeny window expect to take down that Leviathan, that monster that we're up against. Folks, they've been at this for a long time and they are organized, well-funded. And we cannot waste our time with people that really literally refuse to fight, literally refuse to organize, and literally sit there and slow down those that are motivated to change the world. I'm not joking. Do you know, in my life, my personal life, I spend more time chasing down people who are not nearly as committed. You know, that's troubling. You end up looking around, chasing them around. Where are they? Why are they on the phone? Why aren't they there? Hey, do you think you could have your computer out when we're on a call and look at the thing that we're sharing, the screen share? No, you can't do that? Why not? You're at a bar. Oh, you're on a date. Oh, you're, driving here or you're driving there. This requires sacrifice because those sons of bitches you're fighting against, those people, they aren't taking time off. And if they are, they've got a backup plan. They never sit there and just let the shit fall to the ground. They have a backup plan. They have a backup plan. And they make sure that the ball never drops. They keep moving forward. And I'm telling you right now, if you sit there and you chase any Tom, Dick, and Harry, if you're just a people collector, if you're just trying to have numbers, numbers are only good if the people are motivated and pulling in the same direction. If they're constantly negating your efforts, constantly fucking swiping your legs out from under you, constantly backbiting and chipping away, sapping energy, sapping direction, sapping team unity, sapping the whole fucking monster. The enemy continues to win. The enemy continues to win. Over and over again, the enemy continues to win. It's a serious business, folks. It's serious business. The time you waste trying to bring people that are not committed up to speed and into the fold, the time you spend chasing down people that are not in any way, shape, or form committed to the mission is a life suck, and it's a time suck, and it's a waste. And you're never going to get where you need to be if your entire existence is wrapped around chasing people that aren't committed. Do not be unequally yoked in this mission, my friends. Find like-minded people that are motivated and willing and ready and able to fight and show up with their lunch pail in hand, ready to work, saying, how can I make this successful? How can I make this successful? That's the only way. That's literally the only way. If you ghost the mission, there is nobody backing you up, baby. There is nobody showing up to fill in the void. It's up to you to find a backup. It's up to you to step in the void, because the bottom line is, if not us, then who? If not us, then who? It's literally left in our hands. So tomorrow morning, please join me at the White House, 9 a.m. for a march. This march is about transparency in government. It's a literal opportunity to get together with other activists that are fighting for just causes and make your voice heard. We'll be live streaming it here at Real Progressives, and we've got a whole bunch of really kick-ass stuff going on this weekend. But remember, if people don't show up with their jersey on, ready to help you fight, if you have to go chasing them around looking for them, you're wasting your time. And time is precious, and you can never get it back. Time is the one thing that you can never get back. Don't let somebody who's not committed waste your life. I'm Steve Grumbine with Real Progressives, hoping you have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.